During these momentous months, the portals to my spiritual freedom were slowly swinging wide, though I understood little of what was really happening. I see now what a tremendous task it is to open the eyes of the blind. It was the Master, of course, who was leading me gently on this journey. But you know, I did not go easily or without pain. Several things held me back. The old habits of argument and dissent, and my attachment to earthly knowledge, which is, as Baha'u'llah says, like a gloomy dust enveloping the world. I might never have made that journey at all without Abdu'l-Baha's infinite patience and wisdom. I remember one day, Abdu'l-Baha, the interpreter, and I were alone together. Abdu'l-Baha had been speaking of some Christian doctrine, my so-called area of expertise, and his interpretation of the words of Christ was so different from the accepted one that I couldn't help expressing an opinion. I remember speaking with some heat. "How is it possible to be so sure?" I said. "Well, no one can say for certain what Christ meant after all these centuries of misinterpretation and strife." He indicated that it was quite possible. Well, in my spiritual turmoil and blindness to his station, instead of his serenity and tone of authority impressing me, it drove me to actual impatience. "That I cannot believe," I exclaimed. I shall never forget the look of outraged dignity the interpreter cast upon me, as if to say, "Who are you to contradict or even question Abdu'l-Baha?" But not so did Abdu'l-Baha look at me. Oh, I thank God that he did not. His calm, beautiful eyes searched my soul with such love and understanding that all my momentary heat evaporated. It was as though a cool hand had been laid upon a fevered brow, as though a key had unlocked my hard-bolted, crusted and rusted heart. The tears started and my voice trembled. "I'm sorry," I murmured. You know, I have often thought that upon that single glance of Abdu'l-Baha, upon that moment in which he turned upon me the searchlight of his inner being, hung my destiny in all the ages of immortal life. The great truth was beginning to dawn on me, that love is the portal to freedom. You know, when you come to think about it, all our human love seems entirely based upon self, and even its highest expression is limited to one or a very few individuals. But the love that radiated from Abdu'l-Baha was like the sun. It poured upon all alike and warmed and gave new life to all it touched. In my Christian ministry, I had often spoken from the pulpit about the love of God. Now I began to see that I'd never really known what those words meant. Yet here before me was a living expression of divine love. And through that love, Abdu'l-Baha taught countless souls and gave them new life. Oh, I was deeply impressed with his method of teaching souls. Oh, yes, that's the word. Oh, he did not attempt to reach the mind alone. No. He sought the soul, the reality of everyone he met. Oh, he could be logical, even scientific, as he demonstrated in the many talks I heard him give. But, it was not the science of the classroom. Oh, his lightest word, his slightest association with a soul was shot through with an illumination which lifted the hearer to new heights of consciousness. Our hearts burned within us as he spoke. And, of course, he never argued. And now I come to think of it, he never even told me what I should do. Never.